Hello and welcome to the TenKei ATM YouTube channel, where we are going to be discussing how to use the TenKei Total Profit Target Part 4 revised. Now, in order for you to see and know what's going on, because you may be looking at this and thinking, what on earth is this all about? You stumbled upon this, you don't know what we're talking about. If you want to know what we're talking about, well, you're going to have to check out Part 1 to 3, and then this is 4. It's quite a lot of information because this is an education. This is something that we devise ourselves. But then again, when it comes to MT4 trading or MetaTrader 4 trading, for those of you who know what it means, you'll know what we are talking about. For those of you who don't know, well, you can learn. And we're going to put out as many videos as we can for you to be able to get this. So when we talk to you, you won't have, your eyes won't glaze over. But now we're just going to be jumping straight through to what we call this use profit lock in. When placing trades, what could happen, for instance, in this trade here, it's not so much a trade, but it's a movement in the market. There was a trade going down, there's a trade going up, or movement going down, movement going up, movement going down, movement going up. Imagine if you got into this trade, and the markets are moving up. If you're doing a manual trade, for instance, once you get in, it's often is the case that you don't know when to get out. Trying to use your own human judgment means that it's very difficult to make a decision as to when to get out, and it's also sometimes difficult as to know when to get in. But looking at these green candles, we can see, or these green bars, we can see that the market's moving up. So since the market's moving up and up and up, it could go all the way back to this previous high over here. It's broken this high right here, could go to this previous high here. If it does, well, this number here, this thing over here, this use profit lock-in means that would you like to, it's asking you basically, would you like to be able to lock in some profits? So if the market started, let's close this down a minute, okay? If the trade, if you got into a trade which was, let's see, on here, click again, let's try that again. If you got into a trade which was here, now let's pull this down a bit, for you here. So you can see markets came down, went up, green bar, down, red bar, up, green bar, and you can see it kind of climbing up. Say for instance you got in here, so let's check out this number here, the horizontal line, it says it's 13622.8. Imagine if you got in there, the price is going up. Once the price is going up, it's a matter of what do you do next? When do you get out of the market? What do you do? But this choice, this option here of use profit lock-in says true. Yes, you want to use a profit lock-in. So when the price reaches a certain point, you want to lock it in. You don't want it to come back on you and stop you out or lose what you've gained. So here, what we could do, what we tend to do is we tend to put this figure here where it says use profit lock-in true, lock-in trigger pips. This is the trigger. The trigger would be 10 in this case, but we like to put it to 3, which means we just want to make sure we save that 3 points, because your 3 points could equal anything such as the pound per point. It could be £1 a point, which means you locked in £3. It could be £10 a point, which means you've locked in £30. It could be £100 a point, which means you've locked in £300. And for somebody I once heard about, it could be £1 million a point. That means you're locked in £3 million. So really, it's not so much figuring or working on the pounds per point. It's just a matter of just trying to save what points you've made. So this use profit lock-in set to true says yes, I want to lock in profits. This lock-in trigger says yes, once it gets to 3, that's the trigger to lock in those profits. And this last section here, or this section here, as in the lock-in series, you could say, lock-in pips, we can set this to 3 as well. Set to 3, and So that means once it goes up 3 points, the trigger, it will trigger at 3, it will lock in 3, it may continue going up and up and up, but when it comes back down, you've at least saved 3 points. That's that point for now. We shall continue looking at this lock-in profit target again with some different examples. Thank you.